Oh my god, Rachel, I nearly died laughing when I saw you in that baby store. Seriously? That place is for mothers. What were you even doing there, browsing for a miracle?
Is that so? I didn't realize you were the official gatekeeper for baby stores now.
No, I just have common sense. I mean, come on, you, in the maternity aisle. You're like a vegetarian at a barbecue, just awkward and sad. Places like that are for people like me, moms, not observers.
Interesting metaphor. Does being cruel come with the mom title, or is that just a personal touch?
Oh, come on, don't be such a sore loser. I mean, you did lose, remember? I took Colton from you, and we got married like what, a month later? He always told me you were kind of cold. It's no wonder he left.
Ah, yes, I'd almost forgotten. The proud thief of someone else's leftovers.
Leftovers? Please, Colton's a high-income earner, darling. He makes over $300,000 a year, and he's even handsome, too. We have the life you always wanted, don't we? The house, the kid, the doting husband. I can see it written all over your face.
You see a lot of things that aren't there, Judy.
Right. Keep pretending you're not seething with jealousy. It's okay, though. I'd be bitter, too, if I spent years with a man and still couldn't manage to get pregnant. Well, that's rough, Rachel. Really, I don't even know how you hold your head up in public.
I manage, though I do wonder how you hold yours up with all that smugness weighing it down.
You're deflecting. That's fine. I mean, not everyone was meant to be a mother. Some of us were just built for it. Others, not so much. Biology doesn't lie.
No, biology certainly doesn't lie, and sometimes it has a wicked sense of irony. You know, Judy, you keep insisting I don't belong in that store, but I do. Actually, I had a few things to pick up for my daughters.
What, you're babysitting for someone now?
No, I'm shopping for my own children. I have 3, actually. Triplets.
What?
That's right. Girls. Born last spring. I got remarried 2 years ago, and well, I suppose it was meant to be. I got pregnant just 1 month after the wedding. I guess that's what happens when the stars align, or when things function as they should.
Wait, you're serious?
Dead serious. Though I'll admit, I was surprised too. I mean, I'd always heard most women wait several months to get pregnant with the man they love, sometimes years. So when I saw those 2 pink lines right after the honeymoon, I thought, wow, is this for real? And apparently it was.
So what? Now you think you're a better mother just because you have, what, a litter?
Oh, don't misunderstand. Triplets are exhausting. I sleep in 2-hour increments, my back is shot, and my living room looks like a daycare exploded. But when they all smile at once, it's indescribable. Honestly, I don't know how I survived life without them.
Please, you sound like one of those cheesy parenting blogs. Being a mom isn't some sacred calling. It's diapers, drool, and dodging tantrums. Anyone can do it.
Maybe, but not everyone does it with grace. It's not about enduring mess. It's about who you become in the middle of it. There's something humbling about being needed 24/7. It changes you, strips away the ego.
Spare me the wisdom. You've been a mom for what, 5 minutes? Don't pretend you're suddenly Mother Teresa.
Oh, not at all. I'm not claiming sainthood, just motherhood. Which, last I checked, was the one thing you said I'd never have. Life's funny like that, isn't it?
Oh, give me a break. You're lying. You made the whole thing up just to one-up me. No one just casually has triplets and hides it like some secret weapon. You've always been weird about babies, always staring at them like some desperate wannabe. You're obsessed, Rachel. It's honestly creepy.
Creepy? For buying diapers in a store that sells diapers? That's an interesting definition of creepy, I guess.
No, I mean hanging around baby aisles like it's your therapy session. It's not normal. You act like you're this perfect little fairy tale mom, but it's all in your head. You're unstable. Everyone said you were slipping after the breakup. This just proves it.
So now I'm mentally unstable for having kids? Interesting diagnosis. You always did jump to dramatic conclusions.
Admit it, you saw me and panicked, so you invented this whole fantasy family. You're not a mom, you're an actress, a bitter one, and this is just your latest role.
I don't need to act. I have 3 screaming alarms at home who confirm my reality every 3 hours.
You'll never understand real motherhood. You don't know exhaustion until your kid throws noodles at your face at 3 a.m. You don't know what it's like to cry in the shower because you haven't slept in days. My baby hasn't let me sit down since Tuesday. I had to pee while holding her like a football.
That sounds exhausting, truly, but exhaustion doesn't equal exclusivity. You don't have a monopoly on struggle.
My baby is fierce, loud, constant. She never stops moving. She's like a blender with legs and lungs.
Then I'm sure she'll grow up strong. Just maybe don't teach her to insult women in store aisles.
You think you've won, don't you? You waited all these years just to gloat.
I didn't wait. I healed. You might consider trying it. It's quieter than yelling in a baby store. Believe me, Judy, I wouldn't recommend triplets to the faint of heart. It's 3 times the bottles, the diapers, the sleepless nights, and only one of me. It's beautiful, but it's brutal.
Oh, please. We all have hard days. You're not special just because you're outnumbered.
I didn't say I was. I'm not trying to compete with anyone. You brought up motherhood, so I responded. That's all. I thought maybe we could talk like, I don't know, fellow moms. Share experiences, laugh about chaos, support each other, maybe.
Fellow moms, don't you dare put us in the same category. You think just because some miracle popped you out 3 kids, you suddenly get to act like you're part of the club?
I'm not acting. I am a mother. Whether it happened smoothly or through struggle, it happened. I'm sorry if that threatens you.
Threatens me? You think I'm threatened by you? Don't flatter yourself. I just think it's disgusting. You should have stayed in your lane. Quiet, alone, invisible. That was the role life assigned you. You don't get to rewrite the ending just because fate took pity on you.
That's quite a sentence, Judy. But if you think being childless is some kind of punishment, maybe you've misunderstood what parenting is supposed to be about.
No, what I understand is that I won. I took your man. I had the baby. I built the life. You were supposed to lose and stay lost. So no, I don't want your stories or your smiles or your smug little triplets.
They're not smug. They're 10 months old. They just drool a lot and throw things.
Ugh, I'm serious. If I ever see you again in public, at a store, at a park, anywhere, don't talk to me. Don't wave. Don't even breathe in my direction.
Understood. I wouldn't want to contaminate your airspace.
You are not my equal. You never were. And you sure as hell aren't now. Don't forget that.
Well, well, if it isn't the miracle woman herself! I heard the whispers, thought it was just some gossip, but it turns out it's true. You finally managed to pop out a few kids, huh? Congratulations, Rachel. Really, I'm shocked.
Hello, Colton. You don't have to pretend to be pleased. Sarcasm's not your strong suit. It comes off more like indigestion.
Nah, I'm genuinely impressed. Who would have thought a defective woman could pull that off? 3 at once, even. Talk about beating the odds. Maybe the universe just got drugged that day.
If you're going to recycle that insult, at least get creative with the wording. Defective is getting stale.
Oh, come on, don't be touchy. I'm just saying, this is new territory for you. 3 screaming mouths, diapers, sleepless nights. I hope you're ready for the full crash course in real parenting. It's not exactly gentle on the fragile.
I'm managing just fine. In fact, I've never been stronger.
Strong doesn't mean much if the kids and, well, you know. You've always had issues, Rachel, health-wise, emotionally. Don't act like all that vanished with a positive pregnancy test.
What exactly are you implying?
I'm saying it's not just about having kids, it's about what kind of kids you have. You really think your genes don't come with risks? Defective women tend to pass down defective traits. It's just biology, cold hard facts.
That's quite a theory. Did you pick it up from some incel forum, or is this an original thesis?
I'm being real. Kids born from damaged stock, they struggle. You can paint the nursery pink and sing lullabies all you want, but if the blueprint's faulty, well, there's only so much you can decorate.
You don't get to talk about my children. Not one word. And if you think throwing around eugenics like garbage makes you sound smart, I hate to break it to you, it just makes you sound bitter.
I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. It's a miracle, sure, but sometimes miracles come with fine print. Don't come crying when the cracks start to show.
My children are healthy, joyful, and loved. I'm not crying about anything, Colton, but it sounds like you might be. Is your perfect little world not as shiny as you'd imagined? How dare you assume my children are disabled? What kind of person hears triplets and immediately jumps to something must be wrong with them? My daughters are healthy, thriving, curious, loud, everything they should be. You don't know a thing about them. You don't even know their names. And yet here you are, dissecting their genetics like a bored teenager on a message board. Why do you still see me as infertile, Colton? Why is that the only lens you know how to use? I got pregnant. I gave birth. I'm a mother. That's reality, not theory.
It doesn't make sense. You tried for years. You went to doctors. Nothing worked. I saw the charts, the reports. I remember the numbers, Rachel. They weren't promising. Even if some miracle happened, that doesn't erase a decade of evidence. Something doesn't add up. You don't go from zero fertility to triplets overnight.
You're right. I didn't go from zero to triplets overnight. I went from grieving to healing, from blaming myself to forgiving myself. Maybe that shift mattered. Maybe it didn't, but it happened. And the result is 3 beautiful, screaming, sticky-fingered miracles.
Maybe they look healthy now, but there's no telling what's hiding under the surface. Genetics always leaves a trail. You can't cheat biology, and yours was flawed. Everyone said so, even the specialists. There has to be a catch. There always is.
The only thing flawed here is your pride. You can't stand that I moved on, that I became a mother without needing your name on the birth certificate. You think I cheated nature? Maybe I just removed the wrong variables, starting with you.
That's real funny, but denial won't protect those kids, not when something eventually shows up. Look, I'm not trying to be cruel, I'm being realistic. Someone has to be.
Don't pretend this is about realism, it's about control. You couldn't stop me from leaving, so now you're trying to stain what I've built, but you won't. Not with your cold theories, not with your pity, and definitely not with your imaginary medical credentials.
The world isn't kind to children with hidden defects. They get bullied, labeled, left behind. It's better to acknowledge the risks now than face them blind.
You want to talk about risk? Try growing up with a father who thinks compassion is weakness. I'd take any genetic uncertainty over your emotional legacy, any day. You know what's funny, Colton? For all your talk about genetics and defective women, you never once asked to see the truth. You're so sure you know everything, but you never got the full story, did you?
What are you talking about?
The test results from that last round of fertility testing we did before the divorce. They didn't arrive until after everything fell apart. You were already living with Judy by then, so I never had a reason to reach out. But I got them. I read every word, and the problem wasn't me.
What?
You were the one with the fertility issue, Colton. Not borderline, not mild, nearly sterile. The specialists were shocked we hadn't been told sooner. My results came back perfectly normal.
No, that doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. You couldn't give me a child because you were never able to, and I blamed myself for years while you stood there throwing statistics at me.
Hold on. No, we tried for years, together. You think I wouldn't have known if I was the problem?
You didn't know because you didn't want to know. You latched onto whatever made me look weaker, and when the truth arrived, quietly, inconveniently, it didn't fit your narrative.
That test had to be wrong. There's no way. I have a kid now, Rachel. A son with Judy. He's 5. We had him right after we got married. You're telling me that was, what, immaculate conception?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying biology doesn't lie, remember? You used those exact words just minutes ago, and according to the lab, your biology wasn't capable of producing children.
You're seriously suggesting that he's not mine?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm offering 2 possible explanations. 1, a medically documented miracle occurred and your body defied every expert analysis. Or 2, Judy had some help.
You don't know what you're saying. Judy would never...
Are you sure? Because I remember being sure about you once, and look how that turned out.
This is insane!
No, Colton. What's insane is you spending 5 years ridiculing me for being infertile. When the problem was living under your own skin the whole time. What's insane is you parading around your so-called perfect family without ever questioning how fast everything happened. 1 month after your wedding, wasn't it?
Shut up!
Maybe it's time you opened your eyes. Not everyone who calls you daddy shares your DNA.
Rachel, I don't know what the hell you told Colton, but now he's saying he wants to redo the fertility test. Out of nowhere. He's serious. He even asked me which clinic we should go to. I can't breathe.
And why exactly does that terrify you?
Because if he actually goes through with it, if those results come back the same as before, he'll start asking questions I'm not ready to answer.
So, he's not the father.
I don't know. At the time, I really thought he was. I wanted him to be. He was the one I saw most often. The one I thought I could build a future with. But back then, I was still keeping a few options open.
A few?
I broke things off with the others right after the wedding. I swear I did, but when I found out I was pregnant, I just assumed. I mean, I wanted it to be Colton's so badly, and it made sense, sort of. The timing, at least.
Judy, how many men were you seeing during that time?
3.
3?
Maybe 4, but one of them was long distance. That hardly counts. It's not like I was sleeping with someone new every night, okay? It was just, I didn't think I'd get pregnant at all. I wasn't expecting any of this.
But you got married, you had a child, and you never told him there was even a question?
Would you have said anything? Come on, Colton wanted a family. I gave him one. Isn't that what he wanted from both of us? So yeah, before the wedding I was seeing a few guys. It wasn't serious. It never is until suddenly it is. But Colton was the one who felt the most stable, the most, I don't know, fatherly? He wanted a family. He treated me like I mattered. So when I found out I was pregnant, I connected the dots in the way I wanted to, and then I cut everyone else off, cold, deleted messages, blocked numbers, erased everything. I committed to Colton, fully.
Judy, you have to let him take the test.
No, I can't.
You have to. This isn't just about you and Colton anymore. It's about your son. He deserves to know the truth. You can't build his life on a maybe.
If Colton goes through with this, it's over. He won't stay. You think he'll keep calling himself Dad when the test comes back saying he isn't?
He might, or he might not, but hiding it won't change the result. All it does is delay the damage.
You don't get it! If he takes that test and then runs a DNA test on our son, it's over. And this time the answer won't be vague or blurry. It'll be printed on paper, bold, and final. No room for dreams, just facts. And I don't think I can survive that.
Then you should have thought of that before playing roulette with paternity.
Don't judge me. I really did love Colton. I still do. I never meant for it to get this complicated.
This isn't about you. This is about your child. They deserve to know the truth, and you have a responsibility as their parent to give it to them. Take the test.
It's real! I went to 3 different labs. 3! I didn't want to believe it, so I kept hoping maybe one was wrong, maybe 2, but not all 3.
3 sounds thorough. Desperate, too.
Yeah, well, when your whole identity hinges on a lie, desperation kicks in fast. All the results said the same thing. I'm infertile. Nearly sterile, actually. The doctor said I probably never could have fathered anyone.
I told you, but you didn't believe me. You just kept clinging to the version of events where I was the problem.
Because you were the problem. That's what we thought. That's what everyone said. And then I had a kid, so of course I thought...
You thought wrong.
Yeah, I did. So I took a DNA test just to shut you up in my head, you know? It came back this morning. There's no connection. He's not mine, not biologically.
And Judy?
She confessed, said she wasn't sure who the father was. She picked me because I was the best option. Said she hoped it would just go away.
And for a while it did, until reality showed up in a white envelope.
I can't stop replaying things. First words, first steps, the first time he said Dad, I thought all of that was real.
It was real, for him. He wasn't pretending. He wasn't calculating. He trusted you.
So what am I supposed to do now? Just keep lying to myself? Pretend nothing's changed?
No, you acknowledge what changed. You. He's still that same child, the one who hugged you with both arms and called you his world. But now you have to decide whether you're the kind of man who walks away when biology disappoints him.
You know, even after everything, the lies, the test results, all of it, I'm not walking away from him.
No?
He's still my son. He may not share my blood, but I was there for every scraped knee, every sleepless night, every nightmare. He doesn't know any other father. And I'm not gonna let that change just because some piece of paper says otherwise.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, well, neither did I. But something shifted. When I saw his face this morning, I realized being a dad isn't just biology, it's showing up, and I have!
So, what now?
That's why I wanted to talk to you! Look, Rachel, maybe this whole mess happened for a reason! You've got your hands full with 3 kids. I've got a kid who still needs stability. Why not join forces?
Join forces?
Let's raise them together! We already have history, we know each other, and now we've both been dragged through enough heartbreak to finally understand what matters!
You're not serious.
I'm dead serious. We could start fresh, be a family again! 4 kids under one roof. It's chaotic, yeah, but efficient. Shared responsibilities, shared space, shared purpose.
You think raising 4 children is some kind of group project?
No, I think it's a partnership. And we had a strong one once. Plus, I could support us. I still earn a ton of money, remember? I know your current guy means well, but let's be honest. Raising triplets isn't cheap. I doubt he's got the resources to really ease that burden.
You're unbelievable.
Come on, Rachel. You and me, we've both taken hits. Let's stop fighting the current. We could build something solid from all this wreckage. Excuse me. I wasn't planning to step in, but some misunderstandings clearly need correcting. And you are? You can call me Daniel. I'm Rachel's husband. Pleasure, I suppose. Right, the new guy. Well, 2 years in and 3 children later, I'm not sure new still applies, but yes, I'm the man fortunate enough to call Rachel my wife. Look, I didn't mean any offense. I'm just saying, 4 kids is a lot. It's not exactly easy to keep up with the bills, even for me. I'm sure. Although for context, my annual income is roughly 3 times yours. And before you ask, yes, that's after taxes. 3 times? I work for a global firm, upper management. It's not glamorous, but it pays well. And more importantly, it allows me flexibility, enough to spend actual time with my family, not just throw money at them. I didn't realize. No, you didn't. You assumed. You looked at Rachel, saw 3 toddlers, and thought she must be overwhelmed. And your first instinct was to offer yourself as the solution. Interesting. That's not what I was just trying to help. By offering to blend families and resurrect a broken marriage? Forgive me if I find your definition of help a bit self-serving. Look, I was just being realistic. Kids are expensive. So are housekeepers, which is why we have one, and part-time childcare, and a live-in tutor once the girls are older if we decide we need it. You're seriously saying you're that comfortable? I'm saying my wife has never once had to need anything. She works because she wants to, not because she must. And when she's tired, I don't ask her to push harder. I tell her to rest, and someone else handles the dishes. So now we're not struggling, we're thriving emotionally, financially, as a family. What surprises me, though, is how confidently you assumed otherwise. It's almost as if you can't imagine Rachel being loved and supported without you being part of the equation. I just thought maybe she missed what we had. I think what you had was a woman in pain. What she has now is peace. You know, this is all just a big misunderstanding. The divorce, the way things ended, it wasn't supposed to go that far. We were under so much pressure. Everything felt like it was falling apart. If we just had more time, more information, maybe we could have... Could have what? Kept her trapped a little longer in your guilt circus? Watched her keep blaming herself while you played the victim? That's not fair! I didn't know! The test results came too late! If I'd known it was me, if I'd realized I was the one who couldn't have children, I never would have left her. I wouldn't have done any of it! But you did. You left, you cheated, you let her believe she was broken. And now that you're alone with your regrets, you want to rewrite the ending? I still love her. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I do, even now, especially now. And I know her. She's strong, but she's not made of stone. She'll come back. She always finds her way back to what matters. You're confusing hope with delusion. And I promise you, she's not coming back. She's not the woman you remember. She's built something new, something stable, and you're not part of it. You think you know her better than I do? I don't think, I know. I know the version of her who doesn't flinch in the mirror anymore. The one who laughs without looking over her shoulder. You buried her under years of doubt, and now you're surprised she grew somewhere else. You're temporary. This, you and her, it's just a phase. She'll remember what we had. She already remembers. That's exactly why she'll never come back. You insulted her, Colton, again and again, not just in private, but in public. You humiliated her when she was at her lowest. You called her defective, cold, empty, and now you want to act like that never happened? You don't get to erase the damage just because it's inconvenient now. You broke her, then blamed her for the cracks. You think I don't regret it? I do, every second! Regret doesn't buy forgiveness, it doesn't reverse consequences, and it sure as hell doesn't make you noble. Look, I made mistakes, but I'm trying to fix it. No, you're trying to rewrite it. There's a difference. You're not here to take accountability. You're here to reclaim control. I still love her! That has to count for something! Not when love looks like manipulation. Not when you only find it again after everything else is gone. You want to know who's really deficient, Colton? It's not Rachel, it's you! Not in fertility, in character, in empathy, in intellect. You thought she'd never move on without you. You were wrong. And now that she has, all you want is to drag her back. That's not true! Isn't it? You had your chance to be a decent man. You chose cowardice. You chose pride. And you chose to leave her when she needed someone to stay. So let me be extremely clear now. Do not call her. Do not text her. Do not show up at her home, her work, or anywhere near our children. Are you threatening me? No, I'm warning you. If you contact my wife again in any form, I will file for police intervention immediately. I'm not playing hero, I'm protecting my family. And if you think for 1 second that I won't follow through, try me! Rachel owes you nothing. Not her time, not her silence, not even her anger. Walk away, Colton, while you still have something resembling dignity.
They stayed together in the end, Colton and Judy. Not out of love, not out of trust, just for the boy, who had no say in the lies that built his world. I heard through mutual contacts that Colton stopped giving Judy any financial support, said he'd cover the child's needs and nothing more. They still live under the same roof, but not as husband and wife, not even as friends. More like strangers bound by a legal contract and 5 years of pretending. They eat in silence, sleep in separate rooms. There's no warmth left, just logistics. And me? I wake up to the sound of tiny feet racing down the hallway, sticky hands around my neck. Laughter that fills the corners of a house built with patience, not pride. Daniel doesn't complete me. He respects me. He knows where I've been and never asks me to forget it. We live fully, messily, honestly. The opposite of perfect, the opposite of hollow. I used to wonder what justice looked like. Turns out, it's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet. It's the freedom to breathe, and the peace of knowing I never have to shrink myself again.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.